The woman appears to be visiting her boyfriend in prison, but in fact she's giving him her cell phone card hidden in her manicure. Knowing that phone cards can fetch a high price in prison, the man easily earned $5,000. But he spent it all on Play-Doh because it was the most important part of his escape plan. The man puts the rock in the lawnmower and shoots it through the window of the doctor's car. When the doctor saw this, he was very disappointed that his 72-year-old car was very difficult to repair. The prisoner on the other side said he could fix it himself. Before he was imprisoned he used to be a senior car mechanic. In the face of free repairs the doctor naturally agreed to go down, but the doctor did not know that in fact he was the man's teammates. When the guards were ready to take his teammate outside, he pretended to have an asthma attack, coughed like crazy and crept up on him, then reproduced the outline of the key with Play-Doh. Outside, Matt inspected the car and looked like he was working on it, but he was looking for the perfect hiding place. When everything was ready, Paul poured a batch of hallucinogenic mushrooms into today's lunch. When no one was looking, he gave Matt a wink to indicate that the operation was ready to go. Matt then approached the guard and told him he was going to the infirmary to get some fluids and volunteered to go in handcuffs. As the inmates ate their lunches, they all began to hallucinate and go crazy. Paul picks up a knife and pretends to cut himself, and the guards rush him to the infirmary. As the mushroom effect kicked in, the cafeteria became a complete mess and the inmates started playing games. The nurse was instructed to rush to the scene with all the guards. Matt looked through the window and saw that the doctor had been dragged over to help, so he got out his tools and managed to pry the handcuffs off. They took the liquid nitrogen next to the hospital bed and lowered the temperature of the door lock by using low temperature to disable it and opened the door automatically. By now the corridor was empty. They quietly came to the front door and took out the key they had carved with soap in advance, ready to open the door and run away. However, Matt had been tinkering with the door for half a day but couldn't get it open. He realized that the soap was probably too soft to open the door with enough force, but if they tried too hard it might break, which put them in a dilemma. At that moment, the sound of the prison guards behind them, Paul realized that they were running out of time. So he decided to make a sacrifice and walked in front of the guards to attract his attention to buy Matt time to escape. Sure enough, his sacrifice worked, and when he looked back, Matt was already out the door. Matt used dexterity all the way to avoid the police line of sight and then towards the doctor's car. Close to the trunk of the car, he skillfully opened the trunk of the car and did not hesitate to lie directly into it. The restaurant inmates were diagnosed by the doctor as having hallucinogenic mushrooms, and only needed to wait a few moments and take a few orange slices to return to normal. After that, the doctor took the luggage back to the car, but strangely enough, when he opened the trunk, it was empty. The car was checked by the prison guards at the gate and left with no one knowing where Matt was at the moment.